Hi, welcome to your slow flow class. Tonight we're gonna do something a bit different. So it's Vinyasa yoga. So in Vinyasa we do sun salutation between each posture, but tonight I decided that we won't do the Vinyasa. So we won't do sun salutation between each posture. So last week we saw in detail, slowly, step by step, how to do the sun salutation. And that's something that's gonna come each posture, but not tonight. So because tonight I wanted to show you that you can practice yoga without doing sun salutation, and this can be useful in case of injury, or if you have problem in your shoulder and your wrist, or if you, and it's quite difficult to do the sun salutation. You have this plank position, push up. So for older people or people with injury, or yeah, so just to show you that you don't have to do the sun salutation to practice yoga, and we all have our different history and issues, and you can practice without doing the sun salutation. It's what we're gonna do tonight. So tonight we're gonna focus on posture, and exceptionally we won't do any sun salutation. So let's get started. So I'm gonna please join me on your mat, and we're gonna start with but before the warm-up, just to set our mind nicely in the yoga mood, we're gonna start with a few minutes in seated position. So sit cross-leg or sit on your knees, what feels more comfortable. If you need to elevate your sit bone with a block or a book or a box, use something just to sit a little bit higher to create more space in the hips, if that feels comfortable. I'm gonna actually stay on the block so that I can open my hips a bit more. So just relax, sit with your spine upright. Imagine you're being pulled by the top of the head toward the sky. Create space between your vertebrae, and just put the palm without any pressure. Close your eyes and start focusing on your breath. So adopt a natural breath, nose and out through the nose, without forcing anything. For the moment, you just observe your breath. So feel your ribcage expanding as you breathe in, and feel all this entire the muscle that you have between the ribs relaxing as you breathe out. So keep breathing, focusing on all the movements of your breathing muscles, and make sure that your attention is right into your body, and it's right here, right now. Your mind is not traveling to what you did today or what you're gonna go or what you're gonna do tonight. Here, right there, within your breath. So on the next breath, you're gonna put both hands on your abdomen. So one hand can be close to your lower ribs, and the other hand just below the top hand. And feel your abdomen expanding as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, you're gonna contract your abdomen. So breathe in, expand, create space between the ribs, and breathe out, release the air, and contract the abdominals. Keep going at your own rhythm. Breathe in, inflate your tummy, and breathe out, absorb your belly button toward the spine. So this contraction of the abdominal, it's called Uddiyana Bandha. So the bandha are body lock that are used during the yoga practice. So this is used to control your energy contraction of the abdomen is called Uddiyana Bandha. And you can maintain it during the practice. So breathe in, create space between your ribs, and breathe out, contract the abdominals. Uddiyana Bandha. You can start adopting the Ujjayi breath, so constricting the back of your throat and making this noise as you breathe out. Breathe in through the nose, create space, and breathe out, Uddiyana Bandha, Ujjayi breath. So keep going at your own rhythm for 2 more breaths. And we're gonna move into a tabletop position. So you have your wrist under your shoulder, your knees under your hips. And you're gonna start rocking from side to side, going forward, backward. Make cycles. So just shift your body weight, front and back, side to side. And you can cycle in one direction, cycle in the other direction. Okay, come back in the middle and you're gonna draw some cycle with your back. So imagine you want to draw a cycle with your belly button. And this cycle would be perpendicular to the floor. So take your time. Change direction. Okay, so we're gonna go for a few rounds of cat-cow. So cow, breathe in, look up, arch your back, and breathe out, cat. Belly button toward the spine, breathe out. Breathe out. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, cat. One last time, breathe in, look up. And breathe out. Come back in the middle. On the next breath in, expand one leg and opposite arm. Breathe in, lengthen as much as you can. And as you breathe out, knee to elbow. Breathe in, extend, lengthen. And breathe out, twist and grab your feet if you can. Breathe. Breathe out, relax. Breathe in, lengthen. And breathe out, come back to tabletop. Other side, so you're gonna lift one arm and the opposite leg. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, elbow to knee. Breathe in, extend. Lengthen the spine, lengthen the whole body from the tip of your finger to your toe. And breathe out, twist, grab your foot. Keep breathing. On the next breath out, release your feet. Breathe in, extend, lengthen your spine. And breathe out, come back into your tabletop. Widen your knees and sit on your heels and go into your child pose. Few breaths here in child pose. Okay, you can sit on your mat, actually sit, so chin on the mat sit on your heels. Breathe in, lengthen your spine, arm toward the sky. Grab your right hand. Breathe in, lengthen, and as you breathe out, bend toward your right side. Your right hand up and on the side. Breathe in, come back in the middle, lengthen your spine, grab the other wrist, and breathe out, bend on the other. Again, your hand is pulling your wrist up and sideways. Breathe in, come back in the middle, lengthen toward the sky, and breathe out, open your arms. You're gonna cycle your head slowly in one direction. Change. Take your time. And let's go into a standing position. So you can stand in the middle of your mat. And you're gonna follow me with the breath and the movement at the same time. So we're gonna go very slowly. So it's all about controlling the movement with the breath. So the coordination of the breath with the movement of the body. So as you breathe in, you're gonna lift your arms and lift one knee. So your thigh is parallel to the floor, so your knee is bent at 90 degrees. And as you breathe out, foot back on the mat and arm down. Other leg, breathe in, lift the arm and lift the knee. Hold and breathe out. So we're gonna keep going for a few rounds. Breathe in, lift. Control your balance. Fix your gaze on the wall in front of you. And breathe out, release. Breathe in. Hold. And breathe out. So make sure that you're controlling your movement, you're controlling your balance, and you have a nice regular inspire and expire. So don't hold your breath, only when you're in the posture for the little moment of hold here. Breathe in continuously, hold, and breathe out continuously. So let's go for another round. Breathe in, hold, and breathe out. Change your leg, in and out. And this leg, in and out. So we are alternating the leg at every breath. So now we're gonna add one more movement. So follow me, breathe in, knees up, and breathe out, extend your heel in front of you. Breathe in, fold back the knee, lengthen your spine towards the sky, and breathe out, foot back on the mat and arm down. Breathe in, lift your knee, breathe out, kick your leg. Breathe in, fold, lengthen your spine, and breathe out, back on the mat. Let's keep going. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, lengthen, and breathe out, back on the mat. Other leg, in, out, in, lengthen, and out. Again. Okay, we're gonna add one more movement to the sequence. We're gonna add warrior 3. So warrior 3 is this posture. So Virabhadrasana 3. So we're gonna add it at the sequence. So you can follow me slowly, breathe in, breathe out, extend, breathe in, fold. As you breathe out, transfer your weight and go into warrior 3. Hold here for a few breaths. Breathe out, and on the next breathe in, come back into standing on one leg with your knee up. Breathe in, extend, lengthen your spine, and breathe out, release. Other side, breathe in, breathe out, extend, breathe in, fold, breathe out, warrior 3. Few breaths. If it's easier, you can keep your hands close to your heart in Namaste, or you can send them toward the back, palm facing the floor. Breathe in, send your knee back up, lengthen your spine, and breathe out, release. One more time, breathe in, breathe out, kick, breathe in, fold, breathe out, warrior 3, hold, not your breath, the posture, keep breathing. Breathe in, knees up, lengthen your spine, and breathe out, foot back on the mat. Breathe in, knees up, breathe out, kick, breathe in, breathe out, warrior 3. If you need to bend your knee for more stability, that's okay, you can bend the knee of the leg on which you stand. So try to be a straight line from your fingers all the way to your toes, and try to have this straight line parallel to the floor. Breathe in, knee back up, lengthen your spine, and breathe out, release. One more round each side. Go at your own rhythm with your breath. The other leg, go for the other leg. Tadasana, Namaste. Okay, well done. Next posture we're gonna go in is Virabhadrasana 2, so warrior 2. Again, we are not doing sun salutation today, so you can start at the back of your mat, lift one leg, and you're gonna take a big step toward the front of your mat. Bend your front knee and rotate the back leg towards the heel on the mat. So both heels are on the same line. Your hips are open toward the side of your mat. shoulder on top of the hips. If you need to take a wider stance, you can. If you need narrower, just find the stance where you're comfortable and where you can have your front knee just on top of your ankle. When you find your right stance and you're sure that your knee is on top of your ankle, the back leg is straight, and the toes are at a 90-degree angle or maybe 45 toward the front, then you can extend your arms. So your arms are parallel to the floor. You have weight on both legs. Your hips are open toward the side of your mat. And you look in the direction of your fingers at the end at the front. Chin slightly up. Warrior 3. Virabhadrasana 3. So you can go a bit deeper if you can. And keep breathing. So you can adopt the Ujjayi breath. And also you can work on Uddiyana Bandha, the contraction of the abdomen. And keep breathing. So you're looking far away in the direction of your fingers. Work in both legs are activated. So you're pushing on both feet. And you're using this push on the legs to lengthen your spine toward. At the same time, you drop your shoulder away from your ears. Virabhadrasana 3. Warrior 3. On the next breath out, you're gonna straighten the front leg. So both legs are straight. You can take a narrower stance if you need to, or you can stay there. And you're gonna start shifting your upper body toward the front, but keep this same orientation of the hip and the shoulder, but just shift your chest toward the front. And when you, so as if you wanted to touch the wall in front of you with your fingertips. And when you can't extend anymore, just open toward the side and go into Utthita Trikonasana. So here you can touch the mat, or you can just put your hands on your chin, or you can also use a block. But make sure that your left hip is still open. So both hips are open toward the wall in front of you. So don't try to reach too low and having one hip dropping. So you need to have this nice opening of both hips, and both hips and shoulder are open toward the wall in front of you. So if you need a block or if you need to go a bit higher, make sure that you don't front hip. Utthita Trikonasana. And you look up. On the next breath in, extend your hand toward the sky. And on the breath out, go back on your mat and back foot joining the front foot. And you can come back into a standing position. Turn around. And we're gonna do the other leg. So I'm gonna, that's from here. You're gonna take a big step in front of your mat with the other leg. So if you did the right leg at the front before, you just go with your left leg. So big step. Adjust your stance if you want more distance. Rotate, bend your front knee. Rotate the back foot to have the heel on the mat. Check that you have both heels on the same line. Adjust your stance. If you need a wider one, just go a bit deeper. Make sure that your knee is over your ankle. Make sure that your hips and your shoulder are turned toward the wall in front of you. And then you can extend your arms and go into your warrior 2. Virabhadrasana 2. So make sure that your shoulders are away from your ear. Chest is lift up. You're looking in the direction far away from your, so in the direction of your fingers, far away. Chin slightly up. Make sure that you keep breathing. Both legs are very active. Pushing on both feet. And you can adopt Uddiyana Bandha, contraction of the abdomen. And keep your Ujjayi breath going in through the nose and out through the nose. So make sure that your shoulders are relaxed, are down. And keep breathing. On the next breath out, you can straighten your front leg, adjust your stance if you need to. Make sure that you still have your shoulder and hip facing the front wall, and start extending your front end toward the wall. Extend as if you want to touch this wall, and when you can't go any further, just reach out for your chin or your block or the mat. You can go on your fingertips, or you can have your hand flat on the mat. Just find your right distance as long as you're not dropping this hip. So this hip should remain open toward the wall in front of you. And look at your hand at the top end. And keep breathing. Utthita. On the next breath in, extend toward the ceiling. And on the breath out, come back onto your mat. And back foot joining the front foot. And go back into a standing position. You can go in the middle of your mat. And jump to open your legs. A bit too much here. Hips distant apart. And we're gonna go into Padastasana. So with the finger, so the index finger and the middle finger and the thumb, you're gonna make a claw. And with this claw, you wrap your big toes. So grab your big toes. If you can't do it with straight legs, it's okay. So you can just bend your legs, grab your big toes, make sure that between your belly and your thigh. So if you have to bend your knees, that's okay, but make sure that you don't lose this contact. So you want your belly to touch your thigh, and you're gonna pull on your arms to go deeper and have this nice stretch of the back. So if you can straighten your leg, that's good, but make sure that you don't lose this contact here. So if I would place a piece of paper or something, this shouldn't fold. And so just go where you can with bent leg or with straight leg, where it's comfortable. And breathe in, look up. So here you can get a bit away from your thigh, but then as you breathe out, pull on your arm and make sure that you have this contact of the lower abdomen with your thigh. And keep this pressure, like pulling on your toes. So your toes are actually pushing your fingers on the mat, but with your fingers you're pulling on your toes to extend your spine. As if you wanted to lengthen your spine, to have the top of your head touching the mat. If your knees are bent, that's okay, but make sure you find this, you feel this nice stretch in your spine. So your shoulders are away from your ears. And keep breathing. Relax your head. The head is relaxed, just dropping with gravity. Are you still feeling the contact of your lower abdomen with your thigh? If yes, good. Keep pulling on your toes and keep pressing those toes on the mat. If you love, bend your knees a bit. And you can try to shift your weight a bit more on your toes. So that's going to intensify the stretch at the back of your legs. On the next breath in, look up, lengthen your spine, straighten your arms, and you're gonna release the fingers around the toes, and you're gonna slide your hands underneath your feet. So as if you wanted to crush your wrist with your toes. Again, if you need to bend your knees for that, that's okay. So you just step with your feet on the palm of your hand. And again, use the pressure of your toes and shifting that body weight towards your toes to land and feel the nice stretch at the back of your leg. Padastasana. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ear. And your head is just relaxed, dropping with gravity. On the next breath in, lengthen your spine, release your hands, bend your knees, and go all the way back up. Palm together, breathe in, lengthen, and breathe out, Tadasana. So we're gonna go in one last standing posture, which is Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. So several options for this one. So the full realization of the posture is actually using the same index and middle finger and thumb to grab the big toes, finding your balance and extending the leg. But if you can't do that, because you need to be quite flexible at the back of the leg, if you can't do that, just hold your knee. So choose your option. You can hold your knee, or you could also use you can use a belt or a towel or something if you can't reach your foot, and so you can do it this way. So choose your, if you don't have a belt with you, just grab your knee. So find your balance on one leg, grab the knee or the big toe or your towel on the other side, extend the leg or keep your knee bent, but make sure you're standing upright with a long spine and keep breathing. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. On the next breath, open the leg toward the side and open the opposite arm and position of the thumb of this opposite arm, and keep breathing. On the next breath in, come back in the middle, grab your knee or your foot with both hands, release, but keep the leg up, just release the hands, keep breathing, hold, and breathe out, relax. Give it a bit of a shake if you need to. Find your balance on the other leg, and again, grab your knee or grab your toe. Maybe you could grab your toe on the other side, and here you can't. That's okay, we are not fully symmetrical. So just do the option that feels comfortable. And as you breathe out, extend. Make sure that your spine is upright. Shoulder down, away from the ears. and keep breathing. On the next breath out, open toward the side and open the arm, look at your thumb. Keep breathing. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Pray the mat to make sure that your balance is anchored. And on the next breath out, come back in the middle. Grab your foot or your knee with both hands. Make sure you're still upright with your spine. Keep breathing, release the hand, keep the feet up. Keep here for a few breaths. And breathe out, foot back down on your mat. Breathe in, lengthen. And breathe out. Namaste. Let's go into a seated position. You can sit on your heels, you can sit cross-legged, you can sit on the block. And we're just gonna stay here for a few breaths. Close your eyes. Rest your hands on your knees. Make sure that your spine is upright, creating space between the vertebrae. Chin slightly toward your chest. And focus on your breath. But don't try to control anything. Just come back to a natural rhythm, natural breath. Just enjoy the relaxation of your muscle. They've been working out hard, and now you can feel each is getting relaxed. Those legs that work hard, but also the muscle of your face. Relax your forehead, your eyebrows, your jaw. Drop your shoulder. Next breath in, arms up, palm together, extend toward the sky and bring your thumbs to your third eyes. Namaste. Have a good evening, guys.